Brazil is a vast and utterly mesmerizing country. It's a place of vibrant color, pulsating music, and a geography that simply takes your breath away. When you think of Brazil, you might picture the sprawling beaches of Rio de Janeiro or the immense Amazon rainforest. But there is another feature, one that connects all these marvelous places that is just as defining: its roads. These are not straight, simple lines drawn across a map. Oh no. The roads in Brazil are an adventure in themselves, twisting and turning with the land. They are a constant reminder that here, nature is in charge, and we are just passing through its magnificent domain, following the paths it allows us to take. This country is not flat. It is a land of dramatic hills, towering mountains, and deep, winding river valleys. Building a straight road here would be a near impossible task. It would mean blasting through ancient rock and clearing vast swaths of precious forest. Instead, the Brazilians have worked with their environment, not against it. The roads follow the contours of the land. They curve around steep hillsides, dip into lush valleys, and hug the banks of powerful rivers. This creates a network of travel that is wonderfully organic, as if the roads grew from the soil itself, shaped by the same forces that created the mountains and carved the rivers over millennia. The result is a driving experience unlike any other. Every single journey becomes a voyage of discovery. You cannot simply put your foot down and speed to your destination in a straight line. You must engage with the journey, anticipate the next bend, and marvel at the new view that each curve reveals. It slows you down in the most delightful way. It forces you to be present, to look out of the window and truly see the landscape you are moving through. It's a dance between the driver and the terrain, a rhythmic flow that connects you deeply to the heart of this incredible country. It's simply marvelous, darling. This unique characteristic is what makes traveling through Brazil so special. It's not just about getting from one point to another, it's about the journey itself. Each road tells a story of the land it crosses. You can feel the steepness of a mountain or the gentle slope of a valley through the movement of your car. The roads are a testament to the country's wild beauty and the cleverness of the people who found a way to navigate it. They are an invitation to explore, to lose yourself in the scenery, and to embrace the slow winding path that life in Brazil so often takes. It's a lesson in patience and appreciation, all from the driver's seat. Imagine driving through the Serra do Mar, a magnificent mountain range that runs along Brazil's Atlantic coast. Here, the roads are masterpieces of engineering and persistence. They cling to the sides of mountains like delicate ribbons. As you drive, you ascend through swirling morning mist, the air growing cooler and crisper with every upward turn. One moment, you are looking down upon a thick blanket of clouds filling the valley below. The next, the sun breaks through, revealing a breathtaking panorama of green peaks stretching to the horizon. The road ahead is a constant series of hairpin bends, each one a thrilling challenge that rewards you with an even more spectacular view. Then, there are the roads that cut through the forests. Brazil is home to the Atlantic forest and of course the Great Amazon. Driving here is like entering another world. The roads are often narrow, enveloped by a towering wall of green. Giant trees form a canopy overhead, dappling the asphalt with shifting patterns of sunlight and shadow. The air is thick with the sounds of the forest, the chatter of monkeys, the call of exotic birds, the hum of countless insects. You feel a sense of incredible awe, a feeling of being a small part of something immense and ancient. The road is your guide, a winding path leading you deeper into nature's cathedral. These forest roads are not just simple tracks, they are lifelines. They connect remote communities and allow people to transport goods, but they do so with respect for their surroundings. They curve around colossal trees that are hundreds of years old, their roots like great knuckles gripping the earth. The road might dip suddenly to cross a small, crystal-clear stream before rising again on the other side. You are constantly reminded of the forest's power and presence. It's not a landscape you simply look at, it's an environment you are completely immersed in, a sensory experience that stays with you long after you have left. Driving here requires your full attention, but it is a joyful kind of focus. You are not battling traffic. You are navigating a living, breathing world. The journey feels intimate and personal. Around one bend, a family of capybaras might be lounging by the roadside. Around another, a brilliant blue morpho butterfly might flutter past your window. These moments of unexpected wonder are what make these roads so magical. They are not just routes. They are galleries of natural beauty, with a new masterpiece waiting to be discovered around every single wonderful curve. It's simply enchanting. The geography of Brazil is the true architect of its roads. The country is dominated by vast highlands, rolling hills, and a complex network of rivers. This terrain makes building straight, flat roads incredibly difficult and expensive. The Brazilian highlands, for instance, cover a huge portion of the country. To build a straight road here would mean cutting massive gashes into the landscape, constructing countless tunnels, and erecting enormous bridges. It would be a battle against the very bones of the earth, a fight that nature would likely win in the end through erosion and landslides. It's a landscape that demands respect. The sheer number of rivers also plays a crucial role. Brazil has thousands of rivers, including the mighty Amazon, the world's largest by volume. These waterways have carved deep valleys and vast floodplains over millions of years. A straight road would have to cross these rivers and their many tributaries time and time again. Instead, it is far more sensible for the roads to follow the rivers, winding along their banks and seeking out the narrowest, most stable points for a crossing. The roads become partners with the rivers, flowing through the landscape in a similar meandering fashion, respecting the ancient paths that water has already created. Then there is the forest, the dense, powerful jungle. The Amazon and Atlantic forests are not just collections of trees, they are complex ecosystems. The soil, the rainfall, and the sheer density of life make the ground unstable in many places. Clearing a wide, straight path would be a constant struggle against regrowth. The jungle would relentlessly try to reclaim the space. By creating narrower, winding roads, the impact on the forest is reduced. The roads curve to avoid giant, ancient trees and unstable patches of ground, working with the forest's natural structure rather than trying to impose a rigid, artificial order upon it. So you see, the winding roads are not a choice but a necessity, born from the country's powerful and dramatic geography. The mountains dictate the climbs and descents. The rivers guide the paths through the valleys. The forests demand that the roads weave through them with care. This relationship between the land and the roads is what gives Brazil its unique character. It's a beautiful example of human ingenuity adapting to the overwhelming power of nature. The result is not just a transport network, but a stunning testament to the land itself. A map written by the hills and rivers. Getting behind the wheel in Brazil feels like you've been handed a ticket to an exclusive adventure. The experience is deeply physical. You feel every curve through the steering wheel, your body swaying gently with the motion of the car as it navigates the winding path. Your eyes are constantly scanning ahead, not for traffic jams, but for the next breathtaking vista about to unfold. The sunlight flickers through the trees, creating a mesmerizing, almost hypnotic strobe effect as you drive. It's a journey that engages all of your senses and makes you feel truly alive and connected to the moment. The views are simply to die for, darling. 1 minute, you are driving along a coastal road with the brilliant turquoise ocean on one side and a steep jungle-clad cliff on the other. The next, you are deep in the countryside, winding through hills dotted with coffee plantations and small, colorful farmhouses. Each turn in the road acts like a curtain being pulled back on a new stage. You might see a distant waterfall cascading down a mountainside, or a toucan with its impossibly bright beak sitting on a branch right beside the road. It's a constant unfolding spectacle of natural beauty that makes even the longest drive feel far too short. This way of traveling changes your perspective. It's not about speed or efficiency, it is about immersion. You find yourself stopping frequently, not because you need a rest, but because you simply have to get out and absorb the view. You pull over to take a photograph of a particularly stunning valley, or to simply listen to the sounds of the jungle. The journey becomes a series of wonderful, unplanned moments of connection with the country. It encourages a slower, more mindful way of seeing the world, where the destination is only a small part of the joy. Ultimately, these winding roads are the heart and soul of the Brazilian travel experience. They are more than just asphalt and signs. They are pathways into the country's wild, untamed spirit. They challenge you, they reward you, and they connect you to the magnificent landscape in a way that a straight modern motorway never could. To drive in Brazil is to accept an invitation from nature itself. An invitation to follow its curves, to marvel at its beauty, and to have a proper adventure. And honestly, who could ever say no to that? It is, in a word, fabulous.